Hey guys, we're going to Dark Visions number 7, final area. As you can see, I am so close to capping this magic fight. I'm going to keep trying it. I've made some adjustments. I'm adjusting my turn order and my actions per turn, and if I win with the damage cap, I'll explain the team more specifically after the fact, show the gear and all that. But for now, okay, so we're gonna try stacking Xyrus, because I mean apparently Xyrus's damage is gonna actually matter here. Alright, Kuja is gonna enshroud, and we're gonna resist with Yoshi, and we're gonna just guard everyone else. Okay. So that's gonna stack Xyrus' modifiers to max. I thought Xyrus' damage was irrelevant, but I mean, we're so close. Giving Xyrus a speck of a boost will possibly push us over the edge. Alright. So we can just reload all this. Xyrus is now going to triple. We're going to do one more stack of his shadow attack. Now we're going to do Draconic, and we're going to do Living Dangerously, which will give him a little bit of his mana back. Because we're going to do his Magnus and everything. All right, we can just guard these three, and this doesn't matter. We can just resist buff again. All right, so we're going to get imperiled here. Yeah, Xyrus has an auto-casted Dragon Killer buff that is a big reason I'm having to do this weird turn order, and you can't just go on turn 3. Because we need to wait for his buff to come to max power. Alright, so we got Imperiled here, so we're going to use Ibarra to double cast Dispelga. She can do that because I gave her a Judgment Staff. Now, if you don't have Judgment Staff, you can just Bushido Freedom your own team. It accomplishes the same thing, basically. Alright, now Xyrus is going to give us Stop Immunity. That's from Lakshmi. And we're going to do the Fire and Dark Resist from these two again. Elena is going to Lux, Stella, and Polaris. Wait for this to finish, so we can steal those buffs off Elena. So Elena, we're going to copy the Element and the Attack Magic buff with Zahn. Alright, the boss is going to do a random target stop here, which ignores Provoke. This is part of the problem I was having. I had to put Lakshmi on someone to fix that. Okay. Now Xyrus is going to auto-cast his max power Dragon Killer buff. So now we're going to steal that as well. But first we're going to have Elena do her LB for modifiers. So, go ahead and wait for this to finish. This is so laggy. Alright, Xyrus will triple. We're going to target Reconnaissance. We're going to do his Magnus, and we're going to do Elemental Infiltration. I hope he has enough mana for this. Oh, jeez. Kuja is going to Crusade, Soul Splitter, and Overture. Ibarra is going to Debilitating, Spiritual, and Occult. The Occult is just so we have a cast. Doesn't really matter. Actually, Yoshi can toss the Turbo Ether. Xyrus should be good now. Items are allowed. Alright, we're going to crit the killer from Xyrus, and Projected. All we need is double. Crit from Xyrus, Projected. Okay. Now that Xyrus is going to chip in a tiny bit of damage on top of everything else that I've done, we might be capping. This has been... I thought Ibarra was going to just totally carry this, and it's not quite the case. This is hard. Alright, Xyrus, please tell me you have enough mana to quadcast. Please tell me. 1, 2, 3. We do. Perfect. Okay, Kuja is going to quadcast with Xyrus. Yoshi is going to shift and buff Ibarra with his Magnus. Ibarra is going to shift. Darkest Desire. Elena is going to Gemini 3 times. Zahn is going to Thief, and then double bolting. Okay, Xyrus, you have been stacked up to the max. Please tell me that mattered. Give me that 2.14. I want to move on. Oh my god, finally. Finally. So much work. That was like 7 or 8 tries to get all those kinks worked out. Oh man. I hope the other two are not as big of a headache as that one was. Wow. Okay. So, the team. I put the party in the dark party slot. I was trying it in the holy party slot, but Ibarra is just such a big carry. Like, it just having the dark boost for her and Xyrus, I guess, was wrong element was worth it. So this is the team. Zahn. I was gonna hide Zahn for the dispel and bring him back, so he was the provoker. But because again, I went through a lot of changes in my team. Zahn ended up not hiding, so he could have provoked, but whatever. He just did his thing. He wasn't the provoker or anything. Elena, just the damage dealer. That's all she did. She's full damage, and the whole team has 30 or better to fire and dark resist, because we did 70% buffs. Elena's got 300% Dragon Killer, and she's using her own card, and lots of magic. We're not using a physical Dragon Killer buff, which is part of the problem, but whatever. Ibarra was using dual cast with Judgment Staff. Again, you could have just given her Bushido Freedom, and I probably should have. Now that I think about it, like I could have just Bushido Freedom the team, and it would have been totally fine instead of using dual cast tricks. But whatever. There's the base form. Shift form is where the big damage came from. I went ahead and pulled on her banner again and got another coin and EX2'd her. That's how frustrated I was. Like, I mean, I went all in to get this damage cap. So she's now EX2, and I apparently needed it. So EX2 got her own STMR. We've got Dragon Killer. We've got LB damage. We gave her her own card. According to the builder, her own card is better than Elena's card for this build. And then her resist doesn't matter in the shift form because we didn't shift until the kill turn. She had 200 Dragon, 125 LB boost. Xyrus is the one that gave us the killer buff. He did a 120 Dark Imperil for Ibarra, and he's on Lakshmi for stop immunity. His damage actually mattered. We stacked him up on turn 1. 175 Dragon Killer, and the resistance is needed. Kuja, wish I had Aerith, but we've got Kuja. He just chained, and he's on Anima for Dark Resist, and that's pretty much it. He's got 3200 Magic and 175 Dragon Killer. And then Yoshi, I went through all kind of strategy changes. He was going to do all kind of stuff. He was going to blah, blah, I don't even know. But at this point, at the end of the day, all he did was provoke, provide a LB damage buff on turn 3, or the kill turn, and he was our passive provoker because I was going to hide Zahn to preserve the buff, but I ended up not needing to. So there was the cap on Kokuryu. Let me move along to the next fight, which I'm hoping is less of a headache. See you in a second. Alright guys, now we're going to be doing Dark Carbuncle. I have not beaten this boss at all yet. This is going to be the first attempt. Hopefully this attempt is less headache than the other one was. We're going to go ahead and show the gear in the assumption that the first try wins. Dark Carbuncle does, what does he do? He does ice and water damage. So we've got 70 to ice and water, or 30 to ice and water on everyone. We're going to use a 70 buff. Cloud's going to change Stardust Ray with Lauren with some Spirit Killer. He's got, Fairy. 70 Fairy Killer. Yeah, he's like the 4th DPS. Lauren, base form is going to be the Breaker. The shift form is going to be the damage, though. She's double-handing. She's got the resistances needed and a little bit of Fairy Killer. She's got 70 Fairy Killer. We're a little low on killers. This is why I wanted more Godry TMRs. I wish I'd pulled more of her. Tifa is going to be capping. Shift form. She is using my only 2 Godry TMRs. We're hoping she can carry this fight. Please, Tifa, show me the way. We've got 300 Fairy Killer, and if this doesn't work, I'm going to have to pull for Godry even harder. Pull for more Godrys. Anyway, Zahn, he's got some counter gear to hopefully get some crystals for Lauren, because Lauren's going to be a tiny bit short if we don't. Lastwell is going to be a chainer. He's just chaining. That's all he's doing. I gave him Lion Emblem for more LB. And Regina is going to be our killer, and she's also going to be our fire imbue, Craftsman's Secret Book, some killers. I haven't been showing the killers. 125 killer on Regina. And 175 killer on Lastwell. Zon's damage is irrelevant. Alright, let's give this a try. See if Carbuncle's going to give me stress, or if he's going to be easy. We'll see. Alright. Oh, he ambushes. Oh, he ambushes with Protect. Lovely. Lovely. We love when that happens. Oh, my God. I have no plan for that. I have no plan for that. How am I going to get rid of Protect? Actually, looking at my list, I can get rid. I can get rid of that. It's fine. It's fine. I can use Zon, because turn 1 Zon only needs to. Yeah, it's fine. Zon can get rid of it. Grand Reversal and we need to wait though. Regina is going to imbue fire. Adds fire element. All right, so now we can do this with Zon. Zon will Grand Reversal to dispel the boss, and let's get that fire imbue off of Regina. Elemental on fire on Regina. Okay, perfect. Lastwell, what are you doing, Lastwell? Lastwell is Rallying Cry on turn 1. Cloud is going to Ice Resist on turn 1. Lauren. Tifa's going to Water Resist on turn 1. Borrow Waterga. Oh, I should have mentioned, I guess. Cloud's on Shiva for Ice Resist. Tifa is on Leviathan for Water Resist. 70% each. Lauren is going to Blade of Devotion. Blade of Devotion, Unhesitating Will, and Peerless Shield Crusher. Alright. Oh, please don't Imperil on turn 1, boss. You shouldn't. The other boss did it on turn 2. It should be fine, I think. Focusing the water power, that shouldn't matter. Alright, Lauren. Come on, Zon. Oh, that's right, I gave him counter materials. That was my fault. Oh, what happened to you, Regina? Oh, she's using Delita's STMR. That Kokuryu fight has me so scattered right now. I'm just like lost. What's going on here? Alright, Lauren's gonna LB for the buffs. Lastwell needs to Imperil, so that would be Imperil is Revelation. Let's see, Regina needs to do a killer buff. Anti-Fairy. Cloud needs to do an attack buff, which is Ignition. Tifa needs to shift and get herself ready. She's just going to Magnus. Enzon, Reflector. Okay, so I stole the Elemental already, so we need crit from Cloud, and we need crit from Regina. And spread buffs. Okay. This should be fine, I think. Okay, there's the Imperil. Good to know. Oh, and Zon's gonna go crazy. Come on, Zon. We ain't got time for this. Alright, Lastwell is going to triple Revelation for damage. Tifa's gonna cap. Lauren is going to Twin Blade Dance. Cloud is gonna triple Stardust Ray with Lauren. Zon's gonna triple Absolute Mirror of Equity with Lastwell. And Regina will just do her thingies. I think I might have sent Tifa too soon. It might not have mattered, because physical fights didn't even matter. It was totally fine. Okay, Carbuncle, first try. He caught me off guard with that preemptive protect spell, but it didn't matter. Zon had a free action on turn 1. Okay, far less of a headache. Now we got to worry about Alexander. So let's go there and see what happens. See you in a moment. Alright guys, I'm editing this in. I just beat Alexander with a perfect score after quite a few attempts. This is the team that you're about to see that I finally got to work. I had to make some adjustments, is why I stopped recording intros beforehand. We're on the water party slot, and this is the team. So Lauren is going to be a breaker in base form. We gave her a Call of the Wild so she can fill her LB. Other than that, the whole team has, in their base form for turn 1, has 20% or better dark and light resist. In their shift forms, all they need is 0 or better, and you'll see why in just a second. Yeah, her shift form was a LB damage dealer. We geared her for LB damage, and we capped her LB with the chains. Yeah, like I said, the shift form, as long as you're at 0 dark and light, you're okay. Her shift form has 150 Machina, 165 LB damage, and 4,000 attack. So there we go. Ibarra in base form is using Rage Beast Roar. This was used to get rid of the Imbue off of Sakura, while still being able to keep Sakura's resistance buff on herself. Now her base form is geared for 100% Holy and Dark Resist. That's because she's going to dispel herself and lose the resist buffs after it's put out. So there you go. And that's yeah. And what you should do if you don't have Judgment Staff, I should have given her 1,000 Needles for Mirage, and I'll explain why in 1 second why. Anyway, her shift form is for LB damage. Because she's not shifting until the kill turn, her shift form resistances don't matter. She capped with her LB for Machine Killer, 4,600 magic, 200 Machine Killer, 155 LB damage. Tifa, she used Dual Cast Dispelga to dispel my own team on turn 2 for the Imperil. I could have made her in the base form single wielding, so she only hits once, and I could have given her Bushido Freedom. And because the Mirage from the first turn would still be up, it wouldn't deal damage to the team, and it would have dispelled the team. But anyway, we used her to dispel the team on turn 2 for the Imperil, and then her shift form was geared for machine killing LB damage. She had 3,800 attack, 300 machine killer, 200 LB damage. Grimlord Sakura was on turn 1, she did 80% resist to fire, to light and dark, and on turn 2, she did 100% resist to light and dark for her support stuff. And then her shift form was the damage dealing form. Some light and dark resist, and there's the gear. Now we used her Bolting Strike physical chaining skills, which used physical killers, and she only had 70 machine killers. She was more of a support unit, and she was triple casting Bolting Strike to chain with Elena, who was our 130 dark resist. 130 water Imperil. I'm so tired of dark vision to this point. Yeah, and she had machine killer, and she chained on the boss with 250 machine killer, and here's her stats. And I should mention also, by the way, Sakura's LB is maxed out, because her LB in the shift form was our source of 130 dark Imperil for Ibarra. And then Yoshikiri was our pass or provoke evasion tank, has 20 or better light and dark in both forms. Pass or provoke evasion. I gave him Toxic Rain. It actually didn't work. I wasn't sure if it worked or not, but it didn't, so that was irrelevant. There was the team, and let me now let you see the actual fight. Later. Alright guys, already my plan is failing, so we're back to multiple attempts. I'll show the team after I get a winning attempt, instead of doing multiple intros. Yep, already turns out that the boss ambushes on turn 1 with 4 turns of damage immunity after I changed the team to fix that. Then I found out he does Imperil on turn 1, so this is fun. So turn 1, we're going to have this. We're going to do... Grimlord is going to... Candy Master. We're going to Eclipse Ward for an 80% buff, and then Candy Treat just to fill a little bit of LB. Yoshi is going to Hikikomori. That's going to give us break immunity. Actually, I didn't need to do that on turn 1. Whatever. That's actually not really relevant either way. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Alright. And there's the Imperil on turn 1, which I... what a headache. Alright, Tifa is going to take care of that with Dual Cast Dispelga. Again, you can use Bushido Freedom, although Tifa's Bushido Freedom might actually hurt quite a bit. I'm not entirely sure how you would deal with that. Problem for another day. Okay, so Grim Sakura is going to now Candy Master. We dispelled our own team. Where's Candy Master? Candy Master, we're going to first Will-O-the-Wisp herself first, then Candy Feast. Alright, Ibarra is going to Rage Beast Roar on Sakura. Alright. So if you time it properly, you can get the buff and remove the Imperil. So you want to send Sakura, doing it in that order, and then Ibarra, like a split second after that, with the Rage Beast Roar. So as you see, we kept the resistance buffs, but we got rid of the, okay, I'm about to say, I just realized another problem. Ibarra dispelled herself, she has no resist buffs. I geared her for 100% in the base form. We're okay. We're okay. I save energy. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, okay. Now we need the chain score. Okay, so we're going to go and get that chain score out of the way with double AR on Elena, and then we're going to do Stella. That's not Stella. Double AR and Stella, and then Lauren is going to double AR and Shield Crusher. Alright. That's going to give us the 100 chain score, because we're not chaining 400 on the kill turn. Okay, perfect. Yoshi is going to now Nimpu, Bunshin, and Ninjutsu Jakuken. Whatever. Jakuken and Bunshin. What is Bunshin? Bunshin. Oh, did I do the right thing? Bunshin, Jakuken. Yeah, it's fine. The order doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. Please don't imperil me again on this turn, dude. Okay. Turn 3. Elena needs to limit. Where's Elena? Oh, there she is. Elena needs to limit. Grimlord needs to shift and limit. Wait for this to finish. It's so laggy. Alright, we're going to shift and limit Grimlord. That's going to put up the 130 Dark Imperil. Tifa is going to shift and get herself ready with Water Imbue and all that. Concentration, Awaken, doesn't really matter if you just concentrate twice. Ibarra. Ibarra is going to Debilitating Allure. That's going to give herself a magic buff. Lauren is going to shift and Supernova Blade Dance. That's going to be an attack buff for herself. And Yoshi is going to Toxic Rain. If it works, great. If not, whatever. Sometimes the boss is going to be diseased. Apparently this one cannot be. Which is fine. You know, whatever. Okay, now his mitigation buff is gone. And as long as he doesn't do anything stupid this turn, we win. As far as damage cap or not, I don't know. There's the Imperil again. Okay, so turn 4 is definitely when you want to get this going. All right, Yoshi is going to. Oh wait, we got to imbue. Okay, so we're going to imbue water with Yoshi. It's finally time for the water imbue, and then LB boost. Yes. Tifa's going to LB. Ibarra is going to shift an LB. We're getting lots of LBs on this team. And Lauren's going to LB, while Sakura is going to triple cast Soul Blade, and Elena is going to triple cast Gemini. Alright. Then we get a rank 1 Dark Visions for the month of October. Got it. Got it. Rank 1. This one took so much investment to make happen. I gotta stop doing this. Oh man, that took so much. I went through so many Esper ores to give my Espers new skills. I used so many Trust Moguls to get thousands of Machine Killer TMRs. I pulled again for Ibar to get her EX2 because I messed up on the summon coins earlier. That everyone told me that I bought the wrong thing with the summon coins. I did, so I had to pull again. Whatever. Kokuryu, that was the big headache. Alexander only took about 2 or 3 tries. Kokuryu, whew, that one was hard. Anyway, we're done. We are rank 1 for October. I hope this helps the rest of you. See you later.